I am proud of it. I'm really proud of what I made. And
What is Contour Legacy? Well, a few years ago we created the Heritage Special as kind of a unique celebration of our past. And if you look on the front of that Heritage Special speaker, it says Heritage Collection. And to have a collection, we need more than one speaker.
Tempted. I was tempted. Tempted by your smile.
Are we rolling? I think one of the interesting things was the first time I heard it, it took me a little while to understand why this speaker is so special. And then it occurred to me 1.5 hours later, then I forgot to actually listen to whether I like the speaker or not. I just heard more and more music, and that's really when I know that you hit the speaker right. So we decided to look at a Contour 1.8, which is kind of the middle of that line. It was a very successful product, and we decided to do a new version of that, basically. It's relatively simple to make something that measures flat and looks like it should be a good performing speaker, but making something that speaks to your emotional sense and makes you actually listen to music and enjoy music is a much bigger challenge. So it's basically a 2-year process from beginning the project until the product is actually in the stores.
the wood the Contour Legacy is made of is American walnut, a special high quality of walnut for this cabinet. But again, it's also a high quality we made, so it's not a furniture. It's a speaker, Dynaudio speaker, so of course it needs to be high quality.
One of the challenges with this design is, of course, we are locking ourselves into a design which has its merit, but acoustically is superseded by some of our newer designs. So how do we make that sound the best way possible? Because we're never happy with just putting together the standard components, so we want everything to be perfect for this particular model. You can look at the speaker and say, okay, that looks fairly simple. It looks like all the components we already had on the shelves. But it's like we always do, everything's optimized specifically for this speaker. So we set out more freely, so to speak, than just making a bigger Heritage Special. We looked at, okay, this is a larger speaker, what can we do to really optimize that design to get the most out of that size cabinet. There's really one choice at this stage for a really good loudspeaker, that is the Azotar 3 tweeter, which is the same tweeter as we use in the Confidence. The woofer really started out looking at the original Evidence Platinum, so it's designed in a similar way as our old traditional woofers. What we did with the Contour Legacy was we optimized this woofer further specifically for this speaker. So there are some optimizations done in terms of the exact dimensions of voice coils and the whole construction of the driver. The crossover is a 2.5-way crossover, which basically means that you start out with a 2-way tweeter and woofer. So what you do in a 2.5-way, you add an extra woofer to add in that output. So that means that we can keep the full sensitivity of the tweeter and mid-range. So part of the original Contour design was a very sleek design with no outriggers.
It goes like this. It goes like this.
We wanted to keep the original Contour design. So the cabinet itself is constructed very similar to the way we designed the original Contour range. The thing is that today we have very rigid standards on safety. So what we did was we made the base plate very heavy. So we made it from cast iron, and one base plate is actually 8.6 kilos, which makes the speaker very heavy. It also has a side benefit of improving the sound. You're listening to the drivers and not the cabinet rattling. If you take a look at the back of the speaker, you'll find two bass ports, the very large bass port, and at the bottom we have the terminals, which is WBT next-gen terminals. So again, of course, like the rest of the speaker, very high-quality components. So I think the star of the product is really the overall character and overall design. It's nice to have something that sounds technically correct, but if I want to listen to more music on it, then I know I'm on the right path. We are proud of making the products. It would be nice if the owners are also proud of owning a pair.
I've attempted what was never done before. Drop the curtain, drop the curtain. See, no one ever changes.